Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I am back for our stitch along, and we are going to be doing a stitch called Tete de boeuf or bull's head stitch. So here's what the book says about it: a filling stitch which produces an attractive pattern and can be used on a variety of fabrics. It can be worked with any type of thread, but the stitches stand out most effectively if a round thread such as perle cotton is used. So I'm using a big ball of a vintage, don't even know what it is. It feels like it could even have a little bit of silk in it, but it looks more like I suppose it could have been a crochet cotton, but it is a roundish sort of thread, so I think it will work quite well. So I've just tied a knot in it and I'm going to pop through at the back. We'll be doing what looks like, I guess, yeah, 2 horns and a head. So I'll pop through, I think, about here for the first stitch, which will be at the top of the head. And then I'm going to take my needle and angle it down from just next to where the top stitch is, and just to sort of a midpoint below those 2 stitches. So just angling it slightly to the left, because I guess you want to have a sort of a middle point where you're going to form a loop. So I've got the thread under the tip of the needle. So the needle is going over the top of the thread, and I'm going to pull through, which will make a loop. And then I'm going to take the thread to the back, anchoring down that loop. So I'll just try and sort of go back through the same hole at the back and create a little stitch that goes over and anchors down this bottom bit of the loop. And then I'm going to bring the needle to the front, just slightly below, sort of about there, I guess. And then I'm going to take the needle up on a slight angle, so it's a little bit across and below, just to get, I guess, a horny sort of shape. I guess that's what it's trying to evoke, I think. I guess that's why it's called bull's head stitch. So then a second horn there. Probably should have gone actually a slightly bit more of an angle and slightly higher. I'll just do that last stitch again. Go a slight bit higher and a slight bit more angled out. That's better. And so that is the completed bull's head stitch, or tete de boeuf. So I'll tie that one off, and then we can do another one a bit further over. Just put a little tying stitch in. Okay, and then we'll do another one. So just putting a knot in the end of the thread. So I hope everyone is having a lovely day or a lovely evening. Oops, just rolling threads around on my desk. It's amazing how many threads I get on my desk with all my projects. I really should properly sort and clean in between, but who has time for that? I'm sure some of you do. Sure, many of you are much neater in your stitchery desks than I am. So just angling it down to about there, and again keeping the thread under the tip of the needle, so you get your little loop, pulling through to get your little bull's head. Taking your needle to the back so that you've got a little loop of thread over the bottom of your loop to hold that in place. Don't pull it as tightly as I did. If you do, you can just use your needle just to sort of straighten and space it out again. And then you're going to pop out on this side just slightly below the head. And take a horn stitch up this way and a horn stitch up this way. So there we go, that's another one. And then I suppose we could do some, seeing we're here, let's do some more. I probably should tie them off just because this fabric's a bit more see-through, so I don't want it sort of showing as I move the threads around the back. Tie that one off. my little head shape out again. Could almost use them as little plants as well. Very simple stitch. I'll do a few more along the top maybe. Anchor the head down. Take the tail bit off. Just fluff your head out a bit again. And then pop out just below and next to the head and bring a stitch to create the horn. And another stitch on the other side to create the horn. And then I'll move along. I won't need to tie it off if I'm just jumping along here. I probably should have gone a tiny bit further over because I need to leave room for the angled horns. Let's go a bit further over. Suddenly the sun's come out. It's been such a funny day. Humid, so humid again, and as though there's been rumbles of thunder but no rain. I think all the showers have passed us and now the sun is shining again, so it's going to get super humid again. We filled up Travis's wading pool before, so apologies. I hope the sun's not creating too much glare on the piece, but yeah, it's streaming through the window. The sun wasn't out at all before, so I thought, oh, I'll open the blinds, use natural light for the video. Hopefully it's not blinding you. We'll create a bit of shadow on the work, I think. And we'll do another one over here. Oops, and thread under the tip of the needle always so you get your loop, your loop-de-loop. Anchor it down and then pop in your little horn stitches. And then we can tie it off. Yeah, I think I'll have to close those blinds again. It's getting, oh no, I think the clouds have just come over the top. They've solved the problem, I think. Now, so if you do pull it, give it a tiny bit too much of a tug, you might find it sort of tightens, but you can then just yeah, use your needle just to pull the thread, pull the thread back so it's sitting nicely on the surface. So that is our Tete de boeuf or bull's head stitch right there. So thanks so much for watching, folks, and I'll see you tomorrow for fawn stitch. Take care, everyone. Bye.